Bro, why is this not working?
I cannot find the code where LeBron withdraws money.
This code is getting
Are you tired of squinting at endless lines of codes?
yes.
Are you sick of duplicating code blocks only to make small edits?
Yes.
Then why not try OOP? Object-oriented programming groups data and behaviors into objects. It gives you encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. Here, in the procedural version, everything is in main. Notice the same logic is repeated for every account. So, unlike that busy procedural code, OOP offers structure and extensibility. Here's my boy Danzel to discuss some concept of OOP.
Okay, in OOP, we have a class which is a blueprint for creating objects and the place where you write the code. An object is an instance of a class that contains attributes and methods. An attribute is a variable in a class that stores an object's data. Next is the constructor. It sets the initial value when an object is made. There's the default constructor, a no-argument constructor, and a parameterized constructor. Method defines behavior an object can perform. To demonstrate, let's say we want to create a game character. So we first create a class named character. Then put attributes such as name, gender, and appearance. After that, we made our constructor and initialize our attributes. You can see that this keyword is used when the name of instance variable is the same with parameter variables. Remember that the constructor must have the same name as class name and must not have a return type. Next, we are going to create our method named talk. Here is the method header, which is composed of the access specifier, return type, method name, and the parameter. The method body is the part where you write the code that defines the action the object will perform. We'll use parameter variable to easily modify how they behave based on what we input. We can also make our character to have action and show emotion. Now, to protect our data from script kiddies, OOP has a concept of encapsulation. It restricts direct access to an object's field and uses methods to control how data is accessed or changed. We achieve this by setting our fields private and having getter and setter method. Now, to instantiate an object, we'll create our main class and our main method. Beside it, we are going to create our object by writing the name of the class, the reference variable, the new keyword, and the constructor call. Now, since we are using a parameterized constructor, we can put here the attributes that we want our character to have, such as its name, we'll call him Farmer Villager from Minecraft, male, and wears a straw hat. Now that we have our object, we can now call its method by putting the object name, then dot, and the name of the method we want to call, in this case, the talk method. Because our method is parameterized, we can pass to the method what we want the character to say using the argument. So we'll just put huh. Now, if we run the code, we can see that the dialog is successfully displayed. The same process can be used for other methods, like action, which is raid, and show emotion, which is neutral. For getter method, we use system.out.println to display their value. To change a character's appearance, call it setter and pass the new value. Now, if we run the code, we can see that the character's appearance is updated. Now, if you want to create a playable character with its own special features, but don't want to retype all the common attributes and behaviors defined in the character class, fear not, Inheritance got you covered. It is where the child class, which is the playable character, inherits all the fields and methods of parent class, which is the character. To apply it, we use the word extends after the class name and then the name of the parent class. Now, you may notice that we are encountering an error. The reason is because we are using a parameterized constructor in our parent class. To fix this, we must create our own constructor, then use the word super to call the constructor of parent class with right parameters. Now, if we create a new object from the parent class and name it Steve male and wears blue clothes, then call a method such as talk and make him say chicken jockey, we can see that it works even though it wasn't defined in our playable character class. Our playable character can also have unique fields such as having HP and stamina, which we need to add in our parameter and initialize in our constructor. We'll also need to add it in our object. We'll put 100 for HP and stamina. It can also offer more varied behavior by overriding the action method. Overriding means using the exact method signature as the parent, but providing a different implementation. For example, walking, running which depletes stamina, and attacking. This is called polymorphism because the method can work in different ways depending on the actual object that calls it. It's like having the same justice system, but it works differently depending on who is being judged. Now, when we call the action method and pick which action to make, we'll notice that Steve can do more actions than the villager. So that's it for basic OOP concept. Back to you guys.
OOP actually makes it easier.
That's right. So what are you waiting for? Don't let messy code slow you down. Switch to OP today.
Write smarter, debug faster, and build programs that grow with you.
Object-oriented
Object-oriented programming, making your code cleaner, safer, and stronger.